It's that time, folks. It's that time to get into season 3 of Doom Patrol. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. And today we're going to be reviewing season 3 of Doom Patrol, which is going to be returning to HBO Max September 23rd, dropping 3 episodes at once. And then after that, each and following week, there will be a new episode until it wraps up its 10-episode season, which I think is going to be around November 11th. But yes, we're back to talk about Doom Patrol. You know, all of our favorite unlikely superheroes. They're just completely insane. And like, before I even get into season 3, I gotta say, if you have not checked out the first 2 seasons, you totally need to. You cannot watch the season without watching the seasons beforehand, because this season picks up immediately after season 2. So you're gonna want to know why the state of mind with these characters and why they're reacting the way they are, and that's very crucial to kind of make sense to things going forward. Now, I will also say that I've only watched 5 of the 10 episodes, so much like you, I am excited to see the rest of the season. And also, this is no spoilers here, just a little bit of things that you can expect and prepare for and get excited for this season. But as I said, man, this group of heroes, how crazy and how insane they are, you know, we love them, and it's always a revolving door with them. It's the same old thing with them. It's like, what crazy stuff are they gonna get themselves into, and how are they gonna get themselves out of it? And once again, it follows suits this season. But before that, you know, they start off with, you know, Niles dying in season 2. So all of the characters are affected different ways, and beyond that, you know, it's because of their relationship with Niles, like love-hate. Like, they hated the guy, they wanted him to die, but now he's gonna kind of like, oh man, we kind of needed him, you know what I mean? So you're individually seeing how each of these characters are affected by that, and also by other personal things that it was involved with season 2. This is why it's important to watch season 2. So you're gonna go around the table, you're gonna see why certain characters, and like, you know, now that that's happened with Niles and Candleman and Dorothy and whatnot, you know, now it's like, well, what's next, you know, and realizing that what's next actually means actually revisiting some of the things that they were dealing with in season 2. So I can't emphasize enough, you totally need to check out season 2. But if you don't know, I'm saying now, Robotman Cliff is my favorite character, and this season, you know, for the first 2 seasons, we spent a lot of emphasis on him adjusting to him being Robotman, and what did that mean for him in the relationship with his daughter. This season is actually the complete opposite. He actually has to kind of deal with the human side of him, which is a change that I didn't really see coming, and it is interesting. But nonetheless, he's still my favorite character, and he has some of the funniest moments this entire season. And I have to premise too, you know, I had to bring in Cliff first. You know, this group of heroes, they're so dysfunctional, and it's a love-hate, and somehow they always manage a way to like separate but then come together when they need to. And that's what's really the core of Doom Patrol, is that no matter what the stakes are, they always come together when it is a need for them to do so. And like, nobody really builds themselves as a superhero willingly. Like, I think they kind of adapted the idea that they are, but they actually don't really like accept it. But they do superhero stuff, you know, hero stuff, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, that's where they're you know, that's how they kind of keep their function going, is by being dysfunctional but functional when they need to be. I know that sounds crazy, but yes, that's exactly what Doom Patrol is. But even with Niles being gone, that's not stopping people from looking for him, so his presence is still felt, which is, you know, typical Niles stuff. And you know, he always got something up his sleeve, so you have to kind of see how that kind of plays out. And even with the success of so many different DC properties right now, Titan's back, you can even talk about Stargirl, or just, you know, anything in the DC extended universe. There is no property like Doom Patrol. This show still feels so unique, and it sets aside from everything else. And the reason I wanted to premise that is because with so much hype around Titans and everything else, I feel like Doom Patrol was kind of left in the shadows a little bit, but I'm here to say, like, this is still the show you want to watch if you love the first 2 seasons, because it truly feels like its own show, its own property, its own banter, and that's what I like, its own wit. That's what I like about it, because it truly feels like its own show. Tons of laugh. Again, I love Cliff, and just ridiculous moments, especially the dialogue, and like some of the ridiculous visual things that kind of happens, like they've done in all the previous episodes. Previous seasons. Of course they bring those back, those ridiculous visuals that they do. But talking about Dorothy now, I've been fond of her, as I grew fond of her in season 2, so I was really interested to see where this character goes next, which has been interesting. And then Larry totally goes on an adventure. I mean, he immediately goes on one in the beginning of the season, but about episode 3 is when things start to get really fun for him, really fun. Big thing here. Now, you may have seen the trailers, but if you haven't, I'm not going to name drop, but we see tons of new familiar faces from the DC Comics now making their first live action appearance. One I will name, because this one has been officially cast, is Michelle Gomez as Madame Rouge, which, by synopsis, she's done some time traveling, and now she's kind of here, but she doesn't even realize why she's here and what mission she's on. So that's where things get a little bit interesting with her. But I gotta say that one thing about the previous seasons is that amongst the team, we've seen each character kind of have their moment, and in this season is the first time, at least I feel, that Rita is the one who has to step up in a major role. And this also has a lot to do with some of the stuff that Niles kind of left behind solely for her purpose. So we kind of see Rita going down a journey more purposeful than she's had in the first 2 seasons. And I thought that was cool, because every other season somebody had to step up, like Dorothy last season and whatnot. So this was cool that Rita is getting a lot of shine in this season. And while that sort of sounds serious, like, oh, we're about to get something real juicy, like, you have to really understand that this show really still never takes itself serious at all, so everything's still funny as hell. And I also will say that there's been one big major question surrounding Cyborg, and I think we all been asking, we all kind of been waiting and pondering like certain specifics with him, and I think his intentions and his motives will be revealed as we start to get a little bit of the answers and indication as to that big question everybody's wondering. I'm not even going to name it, because I think we all know when we're talking about Cyborg now and him being on Doom Patrol, it's just like, wait a minute, he's supposed to be on. So I think that, we're getting a good indication as to where that's going to go next. On another note, I thought the music was really good this season. And I also really love the idea of how they remix, or the different renditions of the theme song. First of all, Doom Patrol is my favorite theme song of maybe all television shows, period. I think Daredevil was one I really love, but I think Doom Patrol is my absolute favorite. And I love that they spun different renditions of it this entire season, which was really, really cool. But yeah, this season has a lot of things going on. We got some supernatural elements, and of course that means things get truly unhinged. Time travel, as I said, and zombies. Yes, zombies, folks. But easily to say, I loved episode 4. It was fantastic. It is my favorite episode. And as much as I say that, I have to say that episode 4 has done, what I've witnessed in episode 4 is probably the most craziest thing I've ever seen on television. It's just flat out ridiculous. It's on par with something like Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, but like on steroids. Like, when you see what happens on episode 4, it is the most random craziness I've ever seen. And I just was like, I can't believe what I just witnessed. I can't believe that they just did that. But it's Doom Patrol, so of course they did that. So yes. And also one other thing too, be sure to stay after the credits for some episodes. Episodes 1 and episode 4 for sure has post-credit stingers, which definitely applies to where things go in this season. So, But yes, folks, this is my little quick review, non-spoiler of Season 3 of Doom Patrol, dropping on HBO Max September 23rd. Folks, you're not going to miss this one. I don't even have to tell you. But if you are excited for it, jump in the comments and let me know your thoughts about it. Let me know your excitement for it. And then, yeah, I'll be around once the rest of the episodes drop. And I'll give a whole season review once I've seen it in the entirety. And yeah, we'll go from there. But for the first 5 episodes that I got this chance to see, I'm super impressed. This was super fun, and I can't wait to see the rest. So thank you for tuning in, folks. I'll see you around very soon.